literally can't even whip big enough to crash.
Yeah.
Like the biggest whip I could throw, if I kept it there and just didn't pull it back, I'd still go straight.
Yeah. Dude, I know, bro. Like, it's like, and then the worst part about it is they make it look so easy.
I met a gypsy.
Like, you ever like think you threw something nice? Like even when he's filming, I'm like, damn, that felt good. And you look over the film and it's just like the biggest disappointment. It's like talking to a girl at the bar when the lights are off and you bring her home and the lights come on and she's fucking blasted. You know, it's the same feeling as like going out there thinking you threw a sick whip. You look over the video footage and you just look like a dickhead.
Mm-hmm.
It's me every time.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, that was like the biggest whip I ever threw in my life.
Tell me you got that.
Please. I'm like this sideways. Like it's gotta feel insane to actually throw a huge whip.
I wish I could relate. I look at Axel.
I would. Oh man, don't even get me started.
We went. Have you been to his place?
Yeah, I hit one jump at his track.
Which one?
It's the one all the way towards the end. It's like, but it's the regular jump, but like the way he jumps is there's a lip like
I know the one
100 feet before it.
Yep.
And he jumps all, but I just hit like the step up. But even there, I'm sitting, I'm like, I would pay so much money to just have an hour of that kind of talent.
Dude.
An hour of it. Just give me give me 20 minutes to be able to throw a turn up that big, bro. It sucks. Why didn't I wait in line while God was making me to throw sick whips? Yeah. I waited in line for a giant nose. I fucked myself, dude. Terrible. I waited in line for a nice hairline, a giant nose, and to be able to make fun of fat people. But I didn't wait online to throw sick whips.
Now you dipped before he started giving that out.
Oh, man, dude. He's unreal.
Man, we went to his place once. We were riding 110s, and he hadn't rode. He had like some kind of injury, hadn't rode his big bike, and then he's like, I'm just going to go see if I can hit a couple things.
On the pit bike?
On a big bike.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
and it's like, but
bro.
You can't even like test jump things.
No.
That's what's so insane. Like they could look at something like guys like him,
Barrowman,
and even Josh Hill, like those dudes, like they could look at something and go, okay, that's third gear, everything it has. That's fourth gear, pretty much everything. That's amazing to me.
Yeah. It was so mind-blowing to sit in person.
Watch that.
And just watch in a t-shirt, knee pads, shorts, and some Tech 10s.
Yeah.
And just backflips, landing on wheel, and just hasn't ridden in months. And I was just like, dude, I literally can't even whip big enough to crash.
Yeah.
Like the biggest whip I could throw, if I kept it there and just didn't pull it back, I'd still go straight.
Yeah. Dude, I know, bro. Like it's like and then the worst part about it is they make it look so easy.
Yeah.
You know, like you watch them on YouTube.
It probably is.
Yeah.
Probably is.
I'm sure it is, pal. You wake up, you throw your leg over a bike, and I'll hit it third gear wide open, give it everything he's got. Yeah, when we went there, me and him, like it was just like you're starstruck the whole time, bro. Because it's like every peak is like this, and then every landing is like this. So it's like you can't give it too much, and you definitely can't give it not enough, because then you're definitely seeing Whitney Houston if you're doing one of those. Because then you're fucked, bro.
Yeah.
Terrible. And it's crazy. Those dudes deal with all those injuries and shit, and they get right back up, and they're just fucking back at it again.
Dude, that's like Glamis, right? Like, you remember the Junies video of Hill and Axel?
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to ride sand dunes.
I've never been. I'm dying to go.
That fast in a straight line without a jump.
Yeah, sketchy. Yeah. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't really want to go that fast in a straight line.
Yeah.
Because it feels kind of scary.
Yeah.
And then they're just going, and the bike, I love this on the up ramp.
It's like this, and it's like, all right, make sure you're squeezing the bike right before the face. Squeeze, and then hit.
I'm like, no.
Those dudes are nuts.
No. That's the bike's moving too much on the up ramp. I have trust issues.
Yeah.
I have mad trust issues. We ain't fucking doing this.
That's the word. Well, listen, that's the scariest part about it is like you get on a bike, the worst thing you could do is get on a bike and think of things that could go wrong. But like,
that's all I do.
That's all I do, bro. And it's so bad. I overthink like crazy. I was just at Twitch's house yesterday. I've hit a 75 ramp before.
Yeah.
But dude, I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, I haven't hit a 75-foot ramp though in like a year though, and I'm just thinking about everything possible that could go wrong.
Yeah.
And it's just like once I start thinking that, and Patrick's looking at me. Patrick's like, "What are you thinking about?" I'm like, "Just like how I could die doing this, but I don't know if I want to put my gear on right now." I was like, "I'll let you do it." He goes, "Front flips." Yeah. Let's pack it in for the day.
Yeah.
I'll watch you guys. You guys go do your thing. You got Vicky Golden out there. That chick is insane, dude. I go up to her husband, her man's, or wherever he is. I'm like, yo, how does it feel that your chick is cooler than you, bro? Does that suck?
Dude.
Yeah, but he's not. I don't know if you know. He does crazy shit on a Harley too, like all wheelies and shit.
He's a gangster as well. He's like the only guy that could date her.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, yeah, it makes sense.
I could never date her.
No, I'd feel like a pussy.
No,
no, I'm good off that.
No,
I'm chilling.
I'll
He's sitting there eating Cheez-Its while she's throwing upside down whips like a jerk off. Yeah, I'm good off
Hey,
that.
Vicky, you want me to wash your bike? I'll do your air filter.
Yeah, I'm sure you wouldn't.
Yeah.
You'll fucking look at it and think, oh, Vicky, you're good to go. It's got 19 layers of fucking dirt on it. You're good.
If I was dating Vicky Golden, the only thing that I could do of value was be to change her air filter.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I'm bringing to the table.
That's it.
Like,
yeah,
hey.
nothing else.
You do anything else
Can't
you need?
wheelie, yeah, because that's me too. I can't wheelie for shit. I can't do anything cool. I could get around a track.
You ride fast, though.
I try. I mean, I don't know if you know, I had a pretty decent, that kind of like, now I'm like, I did my femur last year.
It was your femur, right?
Yeah, and after that, I'm like, I was just kind of like, all right, I need to kind of chill a little bit. That crash was completely out of my control. Well, I can't fully say it was completely out of my control because I kind of fucked up a little bit. It was a day before a race. It was a Saturday practice day and Sunday was a race day. And me and my brother were going out in A and B practice. And I remember before we went out, there was a kid on it was like a piece of shit 65. And we're looking at him and I'm looking at Max and I'm like, why the fuck is this kid in this practice? So like, we didn't think anything of it. We all go out and I guess we got to a point where we were coming back around to like lap, like up to him. And he fell on the bottom of a jump. And he just left his bike there, dude. He fell on the bottom of a jump, walked away from his bike, and I came in. My brother was in front of me. I was behind my brother. He jumped the jump, just missed his bike, and I came in and went right. My front wheel went right into his like forks, and I went completely forward, and the bars went down on my knee brace. And the
I was
knee
going to
brace,
say you had knee braces?
I wore CTIs.
Yep,
and
that's what did it.
It saved my knee, but it broke my
your
femur. So
yep.
the second that it broke, I knew right away that it broke because I felt it. And I'm like, so I hit it. I'm like, and anytime, I don't know if I'm the only one that thinks about this when like accidents happen, but like you immediately start to think like, now I got to do PT.
Yep.
How long am I going to be off the bike? I'm laying on the ground. I was on my stomach and I was in like a very uncomfortable spot. I didn't feel any pain yet. And I'm like, I got to get on my back before this fucking pain starts to kick in because my brother's broke his femur before and he's told me how painful it is. So I get on my back and the fucking kid comes running over to me and he's hysterically crying, bro. He's like, I'm like, buddy, not the time. Get a doctor because your boy's fucked. He goes, runs over, he gets one of the flag crew guys. And this guy, remember, bro, and if it wasn't for this guy, I probably would have been tweaking a little bit because I could see the bone popping out. Not popping out, it didn't break skin.
No, but you can see it on the skin.
And obviously I'm looking at him like, that's a gnarly break, bro.
That's fucked.
So I'm looking at this guy. Remember, it was in the Florida hot sun. It was like 97 degrees out, bro. It was hot as fuck. This guy's got these black glasses on. The track worker guy that went over to me. He's looking at me. He's like, "What's wrong, man?" I'm like, and I was like, honestly, chill as shit. I was like, "What's up, bro?" I was like, "My femur's broken, man. Like, you either guys got to fly me out of here or get a medic now because my femur's broken." He's like, "No, I think you just hit your head." I'm like, "Buddy, to take a look down by my crotch area, that's not supposed to be fucking pointing out like that, dude. My femur's broken. I could feel it." And then my brother knew that I hit the bike because he almost hit him. So my brother came over screaming and yelling. He's at the track workers because he's like, "What the fuck? Why was nobody flagging?" And he's looking at me. He's like, "Did you hit that kid's bike?" I'm like, "Yo, I clipped that shit." And I'm sitting there all side. My leg was twisted all around, bro. And I'm like, so at these tracks, I don't know if it's just a Florida thing, but I guess that instead of flaggers, they use lights. So the lights were on, but like, dude, I even if I was going slow, I would have still hit this kid's bike. You don't know.
Yeah.
A flagger will come out and be like, "Yo, stay off this side," you know, because he's over here. Regardless, though, I should have been a little bit more cautious because I saw the lights. But like, so they put me on. They bring the helicopter in. They put me on the stretcher, And
chop it out.
yeah, I got choppered out. So the helicopter ride was sick, dude.
I was gonna say that's kind of a relief.
Oh, I was making them die laughing. It was hilarious. So wait, they put me on the stretcher, and the pain honestly wasn't coming in yet. Like I was like, I'm sitting there yelling a little bit. I'm like, because when they moved me from the ground onto the stretcher, dude, fuck me. I was like, I was almost like I was blown away at how I was like, wow, this is fucking painful. And they bring me into they first brought me into a meat wagon, an ambulance, to bring me over to the helicopter.
Yeah.
So when they bring me to the helicopter, the girl's ready to put the fentanyl in me. She's like, you look like this guy that I watch on TikTok, bitch, not the fucking time and place. Put the fentanyl in me, put me out, and put me on this helicopter, bro. They put me on the helicopter. I'm sitting in the heli. I'm high as a fucking witch's tit, dude. I'm sitting on this fucking helicopter thing. I'm chilling. I feel no pain because I'm high as shit. I'm looking at these guys in the helicopter. They got these like Star Wars helmets on, and I'm just making these guys laugh. I'm like, boys, let's have a time in this helicopter. They bring me over, and the craziest thing is like, I was all drugged up on the like the fentanyl and shit. I vividly remember them bringing me into a room and them pushing my bone back, like they pushed my bone back down so that they could fit the rod through. And I'm not kidding you, bro. I was high as shit, but I was like half awake like this watching them do it. And then I remember just waking up and I had a bandage over it, and I thought I already went in for the surgery to get the rod put in. So I was like, wow, you guys did it already? Like, nah, we couldn't put you in today. We got to wait tomorrow to put you into surgery. So they waited the next day. The doctor's explaining to me how they put the rod in, which is like the gnarliest thing ever. He's like, hey, look it up on YouTube. I look it up on YouTube, fucking malleting this fucking thing in the leg. And I'm like, whoa. And I'm lucky that they put the rod through my hip. So I spoke to Malcolm Stewart because he had the same injury not too long ago before that.
Yeah.
And they put his rod through his knee. He was like, yo, did they put the rod through your knee or your hip? I was like, I think they put it through my hip. He's like, thank God, bro. I couldn't bend my knee for like fucking forever.
You just finished watching a clip from the full 3-hour podcast. You're on our Clips channel. The full podcast live on the Gypsy Tales podcast channel. It's linked right here. Go over to that channel. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, and make sure you never miss a full episode of the Gypsy Tales podcast. If you don't want to watch it on YouTube, you want to watch it on the go, you can also head to our iTunes or Spotify to get the full 3-hour podcast in audio format.
I met a gypsy.